Welcome, or welcome back, NFL fans. You're locked in for another trip through gridiron history, one forgotten classic at a time. Today, the time machine is dropping us off at Lincoln Financial Field, September 22nd, 2019, for a game between the 1-1 Philadelphia Eagles and the visiting 1-0-1 Detroit Lions. For 69,796 in the house for the contest, it was 84 degrees, and the Eagles were favored by 4. In 32 meetings to date, both teams have won 15 times, along with a pair of ties. Lions head coach Matt Patricia, in his second season with the team, had a 7-10-1 record. He was formerly the defensive coordinator for the New England Patriots from 2012 through 2017. Doug Peterson led the Eagles. In his fourth season heading the team, he had a 30-20 regular season record. He earned his chops as the Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator from 2013 through 2015. Matt Stafford was Detroit's weapon of choice at that point for his 11th season. At the time, he had 242 touchdowns, 131 interceptions, 39,156 passing yards, a 62.4% completion rate, and an 88.6 overall rating. Carson Wentz was in his fourth season as Philadelphia's starter at quarterback. He had a 63.8% completion rate and a 92.3 rating, with 74 scores, 30 picks, and 10,696 yards.
Again, empty backfield. Wentz rolling right, throws to a wide open receiver. And inside the 25, that's the rookie Sanders.
Deep as the deepest.
A 40-yard gain on first down, batted into the air. And then Wentz wisely. Third down, Wentz looks left, fires to the corner, and thrown behind.
They'll double him all day.
25-yard try by Elliott, right down the...
No good. Got his signals mixed up with his catcher.
Jamal Agnew was benched a week ago in the win over the Chargers, but back in there today, a dangerous return man is Agnew, and he's across midfield, and he might take this one all the way. He will take it all the way. Jamal Agnew, 100 yards, no penalty flags on the field, and how about that answer for the Detroit Lions? It's been his first 3 seasons, very good seasons for the Chicago Bears. Play action, and Wentz to a wide open Zach Ertz. Pro Bowls for Ertz, played every snap in the loss to Atlanta. Howard runs right through a would-be Lions tackler. We've got Miles Sanders in the backfield, and he cuts it back to the inside. And is tackled at the 24-yard line.
Right there's Jared. Now could be a pass rusher.
Third down and 6. And Wentz steps in there looking around. He's going to run it, and he'll get the first down and then some. Sniff in the end zone. Did he get there? No signal.
That man coverage will kill you on that.
Ninth play of the drive, and Howard is into the end zone. His first touchdown is the Philadelphia Eagles. For Schwartz, a former head coach of these Detroit Lions, and the catch made by Marvin Jones Jr.
Blitz, he should be one-on-one, and he is.
Third down and 10. What a catch in traffic made by Golladay after an extremely disappointing game a week ago. And into the open field, another first down inside the 20. It's Kerryon Johnson. First down. Stafford throws to the corner. Catch is made inside the 5. It'll be first and goal. And they hand it to Johnson, up and over the top and into the end zone for Kerryon Johnson. His first rushing touchdown of this 2019 season, and going to give it to the big fella Joe Dahl to throw it down. 2 of 3 on third down so far. This is another. And they'll convert, making it 3 out of 4. Wentz steps into the throw, and that is a bullet that's dropped by Agholor.
Hopefully this Lions team, if you're a Lions fan, will make amends for our atrocity last time they were here. Or I was here.
I'm sure you were really pleasant. Barnett is back in there after leaving earlier in the game. Stafford rolling, pump fake, and he'll dump it off. Third down. And wide open across the middle, the dependable Zach Ertz. Sanders again. And he appears to have picked up a first down. Is that ball loose? Picked up by a Lion. That's A'Shawn Robinson.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's a fumble.
That's definitely a fumble.
Boy, what a great job of coming in and punching at the football.
Sometimes, in this case, you did not. It would have been a huge gain. And coming the other way is McKissick. First time he's touched the football today. And he's inside the 20, inside the 10, and run out of bounds. We generally look for Golladay. He's been their third down money man. And they're looking for Hawkinson, and beautifully defended. Is feeling sick. This will be a 25-yard field goal try by Prater. And even though he missed, Brown can't believe it. First down, Wentz looking across the middle to Zach Ertz. He leapfrogged a defender, and he's up to the 40-yard line. Zach Ertz. Great protection. 2 minutes to go. The Eagles with all three timeouts. A catch, and was it a fumble by Aguilar? Picked up and racing the other way is Darius Slay. Wentz runs him down. And a very quiet opening half for Golladay. And it's Marvin Jones who will kick it. And it is good from Prater. Second down and 10. And Wentz looking downfield, and he'll take the sack. Catches 44 yards. Golladay only 2 catches for 17. Blitz coming, and Malcolm Jenkins. That ball just thrown up in the air by Stafford, who is so fortunate. First down, Wentz to throw it. Steps underneath trouble, and then able to find Ertz up to the 35-yard line.
And they're doing a good job of that today.
Wentz out of the shotgun.
Oh, miss.
Oh, and nearly intercepted, and 6 the other way for Darius Slay, who might be hurt.
I didn't agree with that call, though. Nevertheless, line up, play football.
Former Buckeye Cameron Johnston, native Australian, puts a foot on it, and how about that? Stafford tries to drop it in there to Marvin Jones. Without Deshaun Jackson, you're without Alshon Jeffrey. For all intents and purposes, you're without Dallas Goedert. But at least today, when they needed a play, it's either been Ertz or this guy.
I get time.
I mean, not that they wouldn't kick a field goal, but here's a throw and crossing pattern. And Aguilar spins out of a couple of tackles and into the end zone.
We're going to try to cover Aguilar with Walker. Now he's going to get caught up in traffic. This is a well-designed play. And watch the ball security. Watch him tuck this away. See that ball high and tight, no space, and turning a great job.
They're showing blitz, and here they come. Gary applied the major heat and able to get it away is Stafford, and that will be Marvin Jones. Jim Schwartz, 5 years the head coach for the Detroit Lions. Took him to the playoffs one time, laid off to Bowden, and he's to the 30. Amendola in motion, and good protection this time. They find Amendola. First down and more. Inside the 15. They're down to 10 for the Lions. 4th time they've been inside the red zone. Only 1 touchdown. And make it a 2nd touchdown. What a beautiful throw by Stafford to Marvin Jones Jr. Play fake it to Howard. And dropped is Wentz into the arms of Christian Jones.
For the Eagles. Take him out.
Good protection this time, and now Wentz looking around, and there's just nobody down there open. He gets rid of it before being sacked.
I mean, they have a high standard and an expectation. If you're not living that expectation, then the boos are warranted.
Booming punt by Johnston, but good running room for Agnew, who's already run a kickoff back for 100 yards and used Stafford in this game today. Not one. And they're not near him here. Golladay makes Nope, said he was out of bounds.
This is a perfectly thrown ball by Matthew Stafford, and it's a mental mistake by Golladay, because if he's not in bounds, he has lacking field awareness.
Wide open and making the catch down the field for Philadelphia is Miles Sanders. It would be just a one-score game. Sanders again and into the secondary. And Sanders is wrapped up by Quandre Diggs. Only had a couple of touches in a loss to Atlanta. And now Wentz to the corner of the end zone, and Goddard dropped it. Oh my goodness, the first time they've thrown to him today.
Guy low, guy high.
Only a three-man rush, and Wentz all day to throw it. And he had an open receiver in Sanders, and a penalty flag. I think they hit Wentz too late.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 90.
Well, they're doing a good job of dropping 8, taking Goddard out with a double team, and you see Flowers. I don't think there's anything malicious.
And they're going to throw it again. And wide open for the touchdown. Flag comes in late in the secondary.
There he is.
And you just called Marvin Jones Jr. That's the first down. Blitz coming. They pick it up. And the throw to the far side. And did Amendola come down? He did with a reception. Eagles jersey from when they brought him in 2009 and then let him go.
Left foot, right foot. Beautiful job right there. Inbound.
Try to get there with 4. Stafford not sacked all day long. And he underthrew Marvin Jones, who was wide open. It would have been a first down. Huge play on a third down. And looking down the sideline, that was not going to happen. Fourth down, 3-man rush. Wentz in trouble. And he escapes one, but cannot escape another. The ball is on the ground. They're saying he's down. All-out blitz coming. Stafford gets it away. And out of bounds, making the reception. Oh, actually, it came loose out of the hands of Golladay.
It's good pressure right there. And live by the blitz, die by the blitz. The pressure forced Stafford to throw the ball.
Just once all year. Good snap. Right hold, and it's blocked.
Malcolm Jenkins.
Malcolm Jenkins with a football is inside the 30, inside the 25-yard line. It looked like it was Douglas who picked it up, and Malcolm Jenkins was the one who blocked it.
The one rule for field goal protection: you protect from the inside out, not the outside in. Malcolm Jenkins is allowed to come free, jump over between the tight end and the wingman, unabated to the kicker, and is able to block it up. And nice job by Douglas, whose job is to look for the blocked kick.
It was a penalty flag, we're being told.
Legal block on those returns.
So now third down and 10. Aguilar for a gain of 6. It'll bring up a fourth down. Shading over by Ertz down there in the slot. And Wentz pumps once, throws. And what a catch by Darren Sproles! One of the smallest players on the field.
He clearly pushed off, Tom.
Offense number 43. 10-yard penalty. Repeat for
The longest completion of the day is a 19-yarder. And here we go. Pump fake. Wentz lets it fly down the field. And it's broken up into secondary.
Isn't football the greatest? You know, they got some pretty smart dudes working at the league office. You'd think someone would figure out something about football 7 nights a week. I mean, let's face it, from a ratings perspective, soccer's here. Hockey and baseball are right about here. NASCAR's up here. And the NFL is way up here. Right? So with 272 games over an 18-week regular season, any 7 days a week, 126 days, that's 2.2 games per day for 126 days. You're telling me they wouldn't win the ratings every single night? They would. I'm just saying. Stafford was 18-32 for 201 yards and 1 touchdown for an 85.5 rating. Marvin Jones was his favorite receiver of the afternoon. The two hooked up 6 times for 101 yards and a touchdown. The Lions' rushing attack was mostly stagnant, 28 rushes for 86 yards and a Kerryon Johnson touchdown. Now, when you exclude J.D. McKissick's 1 rush on that double reverse for 44 yards, the rest of the team combined for 42 yards on 27 carries. That's about 1.6 yard per carry. Wentz's stats were slightly superior to those of Stafford. Carson threw for 259 yards and 2 touchdowns, with no interceptions, completing 19 for 36 and finishing with a 94.6 rating. Nelson Aguilar caught 8 passes for 50 yards and 2 touchdowns, including that one with that nifty 720. Miles Sanders pulled down 2 for 73, Zach Ertz had 4 for 64, and Mac Hollins had 4 for 62. Sanders led the ground game with 53 yards on 13 carries. The Lions left Philadelphia with a healthy 2-0-1 record, but were able to win only one other victory through the rest of the season, finishing with an NFC worst and NFL second worst 3-12-1 record. The Eagles rebounded strongly from their 1-2 start, eventually winning the NFC East with a 9-7 record. The Seattle Seahawks ended Philly's dream with a 17-9 wildcard victory. I do one of these every day, but I couldn't do it without NFL.com, ProFootballReference.com, ChampsOrChumps.com, and of course you guys. As long as there's at least one person clicking, I'll continue to produce these. Fun fact, I might do it even if nobody was watching. Don't test that out. If you made it this far, consider subscribing. Until next time, keep the laces out and keep the history alive. I'll see you on the next kickoff. Bye.